We often think about scientific literacy in terms of science, but it's actually moved beyond that in most of our classes. We actually have our systems technology class that are looking at solar boats and designing solar boats and the impact of, if it's not a sunny day, how are solar boats still going to run? You've got food technology classes looking at the environment and community gardens.
Scientific literacy is really important for our students because when they move out there into the community, they can understand what's happening in the media. They can understand different reports about STEM. STEM's very big out there in the media at the moment.
The skills that are involved with dealing with some of the challenges, the problems, the issues that we're facing as a society require really strong scientific literacy.
It makes them think outside of content, and so if they're developing their scientific literacy, there's lots of things that they can then apply to different situations. So when I was thinking about scientific literacy and what it meant, I thought about how we do it at our college, but I also thought about the skill set that they're learning and how transferable it is into other curriculum areas as well.
When they go out there into the real world and into the community, they can see and relate to these things because they've done a lot of these things in school already. They can see that they can go into careers in those areas and they can start thinking about their future in terms of, do they want to go to university? Do they want to try and jump straight into these careers? Or do they just want to be an active member of the community and be a bit more scientifically literate?
I think that in a secondary environment, teachers are seeing that their role sits beyond the content, that the content is one of the tools, but to getting our students to think more creatively and critically about the information and the content that they're looking at is going to better prepare them for the workforce in the world that they're going into as they move into adulthood. Initially, we're looking at writing because writing is thinking made visible, and every learning area has actually used a writing task to develop students' critical and creative thinking around concepts and topics that they've learned in those learning areas.
So Mordialloc College focuses on curiosity and creative thinking through our integrated programs at Year 7 and 8. Our main focus is around integrating science, humanities and English content wherever possible to get students to understand the bigger picture and students to be able to think critically about how content fits together and also how it applies to the real world. So also we focus on students thinking creatively through giving them lots of choice. So when students are presented with a project, we like to give them opportunities to express their learning in different ways and also choices that enable them to focus on different learning styles or learning strengths or perhaps weaknesses or areas for improvement.
It's very important for students to excel in the arts because it's actually another form of creativity and critical thinking. So at Parkdale, we actually provide students a pathway through performing arts and visual arts. It allows them to express themselves and their thinking around various concepts or ideas or theories that they're exploring in class. It provides a visual medium for those students who have strength in the visual arts, and it's an exciting way to share their learnings that sit outside of just the written word.
At Mordialloc College, we provide various opportunities for students to excel in the arts. So we have whole school productions, we have art shows, we have Mordi Idol, we have art clubs that come on a weekly basis. We have music camps, we have musical soirees, and we have lots of opportunities for students to be able to perform their musical items in front of the school and parents and the community. There's just so much curiosity and creativity that students get from doing that, and I always am in awe of students that are creative and have either artistic talent or musical ability or can get up there and perform in front of people. And so I think it's really important for them to excel in that because it develops not only their creativity but them as a person.
Burwood East has been excelling in reading and mathematics because we have got a whole school approach to how we do things. The children know what the process is. They go from year to year understanding the process, and we're building on it each year. We brought in cafe reading 3 years ago. We've adapted it over those 3 years to suit our school and our children, but it's a process that everyone understands and works through. The children understand, the teachers understand, the parents know the process.
We meet the students where they're at, and we make sure that we value add to every single student. And we do that by focusing entirely on growth. So everything we do, there are no topic tests. We don't give people a 98% out of anything. They determine where they are at the beginning of a topic, and at the end of a topic, they determine what they've learned during that topic.
One of the things that Sunshine College tries to do on a regular basis is provide pathways for its students. We're a school that has a deaf facility. We also run a unit for students who are disengaged from other schools within the region. And we make sure that our programs provide career pathways for our students.
We offer the VCE, but we also offer VCAL and foundation, intermediate, senior. We also have 15 vet studies. We're building a trade school centre. We've also have a gateway campus, and that campus caters for students who have been out of school for long periods and wanting to reconnect with education. All of those things are really important in seeing that kids stay in education.
Eastbourne Primary School see disadvantage as no reason for not improving in education and making growth. The disadvantage is taken away when we drill down with data, we differentiate, we make sure that we're concentrating on all the kids and making sure we're pushing them all along in the ways that best suit their progress and their learning.
The most important thing I think that we're doing at Coolaroo South to reduce the impact of disadvantage is really engaging parents in their children's learning. And we do that in a whole variety of ways. We have a community hub where we have parent education programs, right through even to our imagination playground, where parents are invited into the school to see how they can help to develop their children's oral language, that they can help play without necessarily having a whole range of expensive toys or resources.
Many of our students come from great disadvantage. Many of them have challenges in their lives simply to get to school. But when they come to school, it's about having high expectations about their learning and not making excuses for things that they and we don't have power to change.
We build school pride in the community in a number of ways, and one is by celebrating success through the website, the newsletter, accessing the local paper as well. What we did do at the very beginning of the year is put together some information about what the school's doing well and what opportunities and programs are out there, because the community often doesn't know what's happening.
One of the processes we use at our school is to invite our parents into the learning process, whether that be being part of our different projects that happen in the school, or electronically involved, or through social media. We try to engage our families in a way that enables them to understand what learning is happening and how is it impacting on their child.
You need to keep people aware, you need to make sure they're feeling a sense of this is what we are achieving, this is what we do need to work on, this is where we're going to. So the more we're communicating, the more we're getting feedback, the more we're celebrating everything. That's made a big difference to our school community because everyone feels like they're a part of that.
Physical activity is such an important thing for all of our students. We encourage physical activity, whether it be through regular sporting events, physical education, right through to general play.
One approach that we've taken within the school is to talk with parents about the importance of health and well-being, and through doing that we've now raised the bar when it comes to programs such as Walk to School and Ride to School. Last year our school actually won the Golden Boot Award. That means that we had the greatest percentage of children walking and riding to school over a 2-month period.
Our school supports children to become more resilient in a variety of ways. We're a Kids Matter school. Social emotional learning has been a significant part of our teaching. It's something that we include in our curriculum planning regularly and have done for a number of years.
We have the You Can Do It program, and also we have a program that helps children with anxiety and builds resilience. We call it No Worries.
Building resilience is critical at the school, and it's a skill that all people need to be successful in life. At the school, for us, it's about building a sense of community and connection to the school. Many of our students come from war-torn trauma and difficult backgrounds, and it's important that they feel a sense of connection to the school community.